A warm good morning, everyone. Welcome to Social Science period, where we are going to begin our chapter 2 of Civics, that is Understanding Secularism. So, in this chapter, Understanding Secularism, we are going to learn about the concept of secularism with respect to India, and we are also going to understand why it is important to separate religion from the state. So in this chapter we are going to learn mainly about two things: secularism in India, how the secularism is being carried out in India, and another thing we are going to understand is why it is important to separate the religion from state. So first of all, let's learn what does the secularism mean. So secularism, in our previous chapter we have learned that it is the key feature of our Indian constitution, which means that a secular state does not promote officially any language as the state language. So according to a secularism or a secular state, no religion has any is being considered as an official religion or a state religion. Rather, all the religions has the equal importance or equal in front of the law as well. So that is the general concept of secularism. Now, what is secularism if we consider for in a broader concept? It is that India has adopted a strategy of separating the power of religion and power of state. So state power is different and religious power is different. No state can interfere in the religious belief of any individual. Okay, so that's why power of state is separate and power of religion is different. So secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. Indian constitution allows individuals the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices. So Indian constitution allows each and every individual to follow their own religion in public. They can follow their religious practices, any kind of customs they can follow, any thing they may have which is related to their religious belief, they can practice in the public. So there is no restriction for any religion. Though India has majority in numbers the Hindu, but it does not mean that Hindu can do everything and other religions cannot. Instead, each and every religion has their equal right to perform their rituals, the religious beliefs, as well as they can practice it in public. So there is no restriction for any religion, whether it is majority or minority, does not matter. Then, why it is important to separate religion from the state? So why should be religion and the state power, it is separate, two are separated. So the separation of state and religion in democratic societies is important. In a democratic society where we elect our representative, it is very important to separate the power of religion and power of the state, because it helps a country to function democratically. So there is no religious interference in that. In fact, every individual has their own right to elect or select their own representative. They have the right to vote, right to select the or elect the representative who all are at the candidates, out of the candidates. So it helps to function a country very democratically, whereas there is no interference of any other thing, because religion is a separate thing and the state is a separate thing. So it helps the country to function democratically. Then the tyranny of majority and the violation of fundamental rights can be very harmful to the people belonging to minority. If suppose there is majority has all the rights and minority are being dominated by the majority religion groups, then the majority groups they can involve in violating the fundamental rights, and which can be very harmful for the minorities. So it protects people from any type of religious violence, because all religions are same in front of law. So that's why even if it is minority or majority, everyone has the same. If somebody commit mistake, then it is mistake for each and every religion in front of law, and they may get punishment for the same, even if he belong to a majority group or a minority religious group. Okay, So it prohibits the domination of one religion over the other religion. So it cannot dominate the one religion over the other. Then it protects the freedom of individuals to exist from their religion, embrace another religion. It gave people the freedom to interpret religious teachings differently. So basically, it protects the freedom of individuals to exist from their religion. So it protects every individual to exist from their own religion. Means they can interpret their own religious teachings in a different way. No one can dictate them that you have to follow this particular rules and religious beliefs only. You cannot perform these rituals, you cannot do this. No religious group can do that, no community, no individual can do that. Each and every individual has the right to perform their own religious beliefs, and they can interpret, they have the freedom to interpret their own religious teachings in a different way. Then, next topic is, what is Indian secularism? What is the meaning of secularism with respect to India? So, today we are going to learn only 3 points related to this topic. In our next period, we will continue with the same topic, that is, what is Indian secularism, with the fourth point till the end of the points. So, the what is Indian secularism means, the Indian constitution mandates that the Indian state be secular. So, Indian constitution, it has said that mandatorily, compulsorily, it has said that India has to be a secular state. Secular state means, or where all the religious people can live peacefully without any violence, without any conflict, because every religion has equal importance in the country or in front of the law. Or constitution allows each and every individual to practice their own religious beliefs. So only a secular state can realize its objective to ensure the following. So if a country is a secular country or a secular state, then only it can ensure the following points. Okay, so that's why our India being a secular state, it also has the following objectives to do with respect to a secular state. So first one is, one religious community does not dominate the another. So here no religious community is being dominating the other. Number two, some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. In fact, within the same community or same religion group also, some people cannot dominate the other. Like if we consider in Hindus, there are Brahmins, there are some other SC people also. So there can be general caste, or we can say means like Brahmin and non-Brahmin if we consider. So in Hindu religion also, there are some Brahmins, there are some non-Brahmins. So Brahmins, which are considered as the higher, with the Hindus, the top rank, they are being considered. But these Hindu Brahmins cannot dominate the Hindu non-Brahmins, because they belong to the same religious community. But the Brahmins are considered a little higher, but that does not mean that they will dominate the non-Brahmin of the same Hindu religion. They cannot do that. So constitution do not allow for that also. So a secular state do not allow for this, that no community, in the same religious community also, some members cannot dominate the other members of the same religious community. And the next one is, the state does not enforce any particular religion, nor does it take away the religious from of the individual. So a state, in a secular country like India, state do not force any individual to adopt or to follow a particular religion, or neither they take away the religion from a particular person. Suppose I belong to Hindu, or you belong to Christian. So a state, our government cannot ask me to change my religion from Hindu to Christian, or state cannot ask you to drop Christian and to adopt or to follow Hindu. They cannot do that. So a state cannot force us or enforce us to follow any other religion, and they cannot take away our own religion also. We can have our own religion at our own, and we can follow the rituals, or the religious beliefs, or practice all those in the public. So this is what we are going to learn today. Like, we will continue with the what is Indian secularism in our next period also, from the fourth point, but till third point we are going to do it today. We have done today. So today in this period we have learned that what a secularism means. Secularism basically means what, the state has a different power and religions has a different power. No religion group can dominate the other. Every religious community or every individual who is following any religion, they can practice it, freely. There is no obstruction in that particular thing. They can follow their own religion and practice the religious beliefs. Then why it is important to separate religion and state? Because state is a different aspect or entity, and religion is has a different role or different aspect. So a state and a religion is different. On the basis of religion, a state cannot enforce anyone to take their religion or enforce them to adopt some other religion. So that's all for today. Thank you.